Is KC24 News Midday.
All right, it's Ask the Vet Wednesday. Joining me now, Dr. Cheryl Waterhouse, our friend from Waterhouse Animal Hospital. We're going to talk about the dangers your pets face as we heat up in the summer. Dr. Waterhouse, thanks for coming in. We just had a 105-degree day on Monday. So,
Yes.
for example, what did you do for your pets?
Well, my dogs stay inside, and so do that if at all possible. Dogs overheat very easily. They can't sweat like we do all over our body. They can only sweat on the pads of their feet, and they also pant to try and get off that heat that way. So that's why if you see a dog that isn't panting the normal way, they're panting it with that tongue really hanging out. They're trying to increase that surface area of the tongue to allow for more evaporation. They're trying to cool themselves more. Those dogs are overheating when their tongues are really hanging out there. And so dogs overheat, heat stroke much more easily than we do. So I keep my dogs inside, and do that if you can. But there are some other things that you can do. You can get a kid's plastic swimming pool, just one of those little plastic kiddie pools, and put this much water in it, and then go lay in it. They can go walk through it. They can drink out of it if they want to, but it lets them cool off that way. You can use misters if you have those around the patio. Another thing you can do is put water in like an old milk jug and freeze it, so you're creating a big ice block, and then put a fan outside so the fan blows across the ice block onto where the dog sleeps, and so you can have a cooling area.
Perfect. Plenty of solutions there are, though. What about people who do dogs enjoy cool water? I mean, on their skin? I know my dogs don't like baths, but does it feel good to them?
So most dogs hate baths, but most dogs, if they're really hot, they will go to water to, cool off. They'll either drink it or lay in it,
Okay, so do that if you can. How about certain dogs get groomed and they shave the fur? Does that recommend it for not every dog, not short-haired dogs?
Shaving the fur really doesn't keep them cooler. Although if you have a dog that tends to mat, you should shave them down and keep it so they're not matting. But as long as they're not matting, you don't have to clip them short.
Okay.
But there are some breeds that are predisposed to heat stroke, and those are the ones with the really short noses. So Bostons and Bulldogs and Frenchies, any of those with the really short noses tend to overheat.
And of course, do not walk your dog in the middle of the day.
We have seen people take their dogs running, it's over 100 degrees, and take their dogs running at noon. Don't do that. Even in the 80s can be dangerous to try and take your dog for a walk. So go at 5 in the morning when it's cooler, or just, walk them inside the house, play fetch inside the house.
Or 8 in the evening, right? When the sun's about to go down.
Even 8 in the evening sometimes is pretty hot. And another thing to do is it's not just the air temperature. Put your hand on the pavement and see how hot it feels, because sometimes they'll burn their feet.
Right. Or go ahead and walk on it with your bare feet yourself.
Yes,
and
there you go.
That's how they would feel if they're walking. All right, check out your website, Waterhouse Animal Hospital. There it is. What is the web address?
It's waterhouseanimalhospital.com.
All right, and then you're over there, Champlain and
Perrin
over there by Campagna over there.
Yes.
So if you have a need for your pet, go to Waterhouse Animal Hospital. They take good care of you. And Dr. Waterhouse, thanks for the advice.
Thank you.
Always appreciate it, of course. Karina.